want to start this mission today with a mission statement. I believe I have exhausted all of the rehabilitative options that are available to prisoners. So keeping me confined isn't a service to me or my community. With that said, let's get rolling. Oh.
All right. This is just an update. Out of necessity, I felt like, not that we couldn't find no outlets, but I feel like can't nobody tell your story like you could tell it. You know what I mean? Or give updates like you could give them. So out of necessity, we starting this. So, we just want to give the people an update, all your supporters.
Right now, I'm in good spirits. January was a rough month. February brought some sunshine after the rain. And I'm in the process of there's still work that needs to be done. But I've been putting work in. And we're going to get across that finish line. At this current point, I'm working with Jason Flom, that is Lava Records CEO, and securing and putting the effective attorneys in place to complete the mission. I've also been contacted by the Innocence Project a couple days ago. I'm here in Pennsylvania, Temple University, and they're going further in depth into the wrongness of this conviction, and they expect to start doing that in the next month or so. I'm grateful for that. That took a lot of phone calls from powerful people, but the struggle is real. The struggle never ends, and as long as I'm still incarcerated, the fight goes on.
For sure, most definite. The struggle's never going to end, and the journey is still going to continue until you're free. But for now, let's talk about your new project. It could happen to any of us. Let the people know what's going on with it.
It could happen to any of us. It's crossing racial lines. It's defying odds. It's very informative. I'm challenging the status quo with this book. I feel like if our civil rights leaders still have breath in their lungs, there's a fight that they would be taking to Capitol Hill, and that fight would be restoring jurisdiction to the judges that sit on these thrones. That's what I call them, thrones. That fight would be to dismantle, dislodge this time bar that was put in place in the 90s during the tough on crime era that keeps so many incarcerated people that are innocent and wrongfully convicted from getting the justice that they deserve in an expeditious time. And I believe that these civil rights leaders and our revolutionaries that fought the status quo would be aggressively riding on this cause, because the time bar is just an extension of the prohibitions that have been put on disfortunate black and brown people for many, many years, from the slave codes to the black codes to the crime codes, from voter suppression to Jim Crow. All that stuff is about oppression and suppression, and that is the problem with justice being done here in America as it pertains to the wrongfully convicted and innocent people. And there's a lot of people with megaphones and mega platforms that subscribe to the ideal that they're doing the work and fighting for criminal justice reform. But it's bigger than bail reform is bigger than probation reform. There has to be that push necessary and towards and to the legislators who had this intent to create mass incarceration when they put these statutes in place that prohibit judges from having the authority to do the justice that they know they need to do.
Yeah, I think that's important and crazy that they just they take this oath to uphold the law and the Constitution, and then they get in there, and somehow along that journey they get, either disgruntled or they get jaded or whatever reasons they don't uphold that thing that they do, that oath that they take. It's just crazy to me.
It's politics.
Yeah.
It's always politics. It's always been politics. That's what America's about. It's always been politics. It always will be politics.
Yeah.
Every time you turn the news on, it's about, you see crime. Don't get me wrong, man. Where there's no civility, man, there's no safety. At the same time, what we witnessing is what happened in the late 80s and the early 90s all over again. Politicians looking to catapult themselves to positions of power based on things that's going on at the bottom of society, and that is crime.
Yeah, they not being called a task or like held accountable for those wrongdoings. Like even they do these things and they get called out in these scandals and stuff, and they still hold the same positions later. It blows over. Like you said, it's political power and reasoning behind it.
Absolutely.
But we don't get too governmental or too conspiratorial on it. You also re-releasing the book that started it all. Respect the Struggle. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. Respect the Struggle. That's the first book I ever wrote. It was an experiment. It was a challenge. And I completed it. The original script was like 500-600 pages. He cried hard white, whatever you want to call it. But it was dope. It was official. But it was too big. It was too long. And I eventually had to go on and take a lot of stuff out and edit and chop it down. But I never got a professional edit. And that is what I was able to do last year, 2022, after a conversation with my sister. Actually, she messaged me and was like, yo, bro, the book is dope, but it was a lot of grammatical errors. And what a lot of people don't know, man, is when you're trying to get things done and you're incarcerated, man, there's so many limitations placed on you. And one of the limitations is you working with a typewriter. I was in carbon paper. I did my first book on typewriter and carbon paper. And then I sent it to my brother, who I'm doing this podcast with. And, we bought a scanner, and we had to scan it and to create a digital document. And my words, my ideas, my concerns, the story had got kind of distorted. It took 2 years off of the release. It took 2 more years just to get it to a legible and readable document. And I was running out of time. If I didn't get the book out, when I put the book out in 2010, it probably wouldn't have never came out because I was running out of money. I needed to get the book out to continue to generate money to pay attorneys and investigators and shit like that. So we put the book out. The book did numbers, and I was happy with the results. But my thing is, man, I'm always trying to be the best version of myself. I'm always trying to put out great product, official product. So it was only right that I went back and got that book professionally edited. Also, there's an author note that has been added. And the book is dope. It's 325 pages for $15. I'll put this book up against any street fiction, any hip-hop fiction that's existing now. And I guarantee you, I'll get in that ring, man, and I'll stand up to the best of them.
I think that is definitely a classic. I told you from when
it is a classic. Listen, man, I'm gonna say this, right? If I love that Raising Kanan joint that Fifth put out.
Right.
Respect the Struggle takes place at the same time that Raising Kanan took place in the early '90s, and it's an ode to my generation, you know. And this book is dope, man. If you like Raising Kanan, you're gonna love Respect the Struggle.
Most definite. I told you already, man. Like as soon as you touch down, we gotta start working on the scripts for that and Street Generals.
Yeah, I was telling you, I was offered the opportunity, you know, to do movies. You know, there's gonna be more opportunities in the future. I just want to make the right decision when that do pop off.
What I wanted to ask about it, you know, a lot of people don't know about the company we built.
Oh man, Street Generals Publishing, SG Publishing. It's my baby, man. You know, I started that with my brother-in-law. This was a dream of mine. It came to me in a dream. I had been in contact with a lot of people in the early 2000s. Giants, you know, I consider them to be giants in the street lit genre today. You know, they was getting their feet wet at the time, and now they doing movies and shows and stuff like that. Shout out to, you know, one of my mentors, Shannon Holmes. Shout out to Juanita Clark. She taught me a lot. And I was under their tutelage for a little while. And based on, you know, my situation, me being incarcerated and, you know, coming from a poor family, and so writing was one of my outlets, and to try to secure a bag, to secure my freedom. And, you know, I got impatient. I felt like I was on a shelf in certain situations back in 05, 06. So, you know, I got with my brother-in-law, and I gave him my vision, and he told me what he was capable of doing. And together we started this company. We started this company not just me to get my passion into print, but to also help other brothers get their passion into print. Brothers that's incarcerated that don't have the legs to get things done, or don't have the finances to get things done. It takes money to get multiple copies of a manuscript and shop them to independent publishers and big powerhouse publishing houses. That stuff take money, postage, Xerox copies, shit like that, you know. So one of the things that was most important to me also was maintaining the rights to my intellectual property. I've written 15 books. You know, we got eight under, you know, that I wrote, and we got my man Dante 3 DeShields. You know, he wrote Any Day Could Be Your Last in the Jungle, and, you know, I worked with him on that. That's a dope book. His next book is about to drop in a couple months. It's called Postage Love. So that's what we do. We also, you know, we put ourselves in a position to be able to help anybody get their print into passion, you know, and be your own boss, be your own publisher, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got the machine in place, we got the tools. You know, if you got your scripts ready, or if you know somebody that you're in tune with that's behind the wall, that's trying to get they books and, you know, out there, you know, that's we do that too.
Most definitely. I feel like that's something that they didn't know that we put together, and we did.
For sure. We've done it. We're doing it. We've worked with you know, Reverend Earl Hawkins. We've done 2 projects with him. We got a lot of projects. We got dudes, you know, waiting their turn. You know, they making payment plans. So we do that. You know, we black owned. You know, we want your support, man. Support is not just about going out there spending your hard-earned money. Support is about, you know, if you like something, like it. If you want to share it, share it. if you like what we doing, support us. You know, we got it.
Right. It doesn't cost anything.
It doesn't cost anything, man. You know, to show support, like the bro just said. It just come down to where your humanity is at more than anything. I think if you believe in something, you support it.
Right.
So a lot of times we find ourselves, people will support someone they don't know before they support somebody that they do know. You know what I mean? It baffles me. It's almost bewildering. And but that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah. Speaking of support, you know what I mean? For people that's been following your case and your story for, these 25 years.
I won't say 25. Let's start from the inception of social media. So about 12 years now, 13 years for me, the inception of social media for me. So about 12 years.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even though, like, it's people that you knew before you went to jail that was in the street that knew you. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
They know the story because some of them were, were there, some of them witnessed it, some whatever. I'm just saying, like, for the time that you've been there, it's people that love you still know the story. And, they may be wondering, yo, how could I help? I'm just me. I'm just sitting here in the Bronx. I'm just sitting here in Harlem or Queens or wherever you at. How could they help?
There's multiple ways that you can help. And like if you sitting in front of your computer just scrolling through pages or liking stuff or whatever, reading stuff, there's many ways you can help, man. I blogged for Justice for You Foundation. I wrote between 25 and 30 pieces for them, and I ain't want nothing. I just wanted to get my voice out there to be heard, people to understand, how I think, how I process shit, and, let motherfuckers know my faculties is in order, man. Prison will destroy you if you allow it to. Prison will build a fortress in your mind and your body if you allow it to. But to support, you follow the pages, man, share, want to buy a book. I have many, many titles on different topics. I have nonfiction material. I have street fiction. I got merch. I got hoodies. I got T-shirts. I got tote bags. My website, www.SGPUB1.com. We got the e-commerce store. If you don't feel comfortable shopping there, go to Amazon. You know what I'm saying? You support, man. Support by just saying what's up, pulling up.
Right.
People pull up on me all the time, man. Like, yo, man, I understand your story, or I'm praying for you, and you deserve justice. So, however you decide to support, man, support. I will say this, man. Martin Luther King Jr. made one of the most profound statements that resonate with me day in and day out, and that is, and I'm paraphrasing this. We will not remember the noise of our enemies, but we will always remember the silence of our friends.
That's deep. That's happy.
So if you just sitting there, you watching, you ain't saying nothing, then that's the silence. That's louder than the noise.
Right.
That's louder than the oppositions, the opposers, what you call them today, the ops. That's louder than them. When you're not saying nothing, especially if you care, but you care what somebody else think about what you're doing or what type of support you're going to lend. I'm going to say this, man. I did Hassan Campbell joint. I did DJ Waffles joint. DJ Coco Chanel rolled it out for me. Thanks to them. I did the Lady T show. I did a lot of joints. I did the Y magazine. I did a lot, and it seemed like on some real shit, bro.
Yeah.
People didn't believe in my innocence until February 3rd when Jason Flom dropped that joint on Apple Music.
And that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that was.
If you wasn't in my inner circle, then you probably was thumbing your nose. Yeah, this nigga just one of them, just another nigga in jail saying he innocent.
Right.
Trying to get people to support him. Nah. This is all facts. This is all real, man. I've been fighting. The story been the same off the rip.
Right.
I'm innocent, but the impact that hashtag 330, that's my number. That's the number of my episode. Wrongful conviction with Jason Flom. When that dropped, like, it just was different. People been writing me, snail mail from Cali, Atlanta. Oh, they listening everywhere, man.
And these are
They
people
support
that
everywhere.
don't know you.
I don't even know these people, but I pull a typewriter out and I shoot right back. Thank you for supporting me, yo. Here's a flyer. If you want to buy a book, buy a book. I'm great at putting this pen on this paper, telling stories, and delivering the goods. No?
For sure. Like you said, they can always support however they want to support. They can reach out through your social media.
For sure, man. I'm on the gram. I'm on Facebook. Multiple pages. I got the website. I'm on the network. I'm everywhere, man. And I ain't there yet, but I'm about to be there.
For sure. So I just want to say, also that if you decided to make a donation, Cash App, whatever, however, meet somebody in person, however you wanted to donate to help the cause of getting my brother free, you wouldn't. It wouldn't be something that you would just get for free. I mean, you wouldn't just be giving it without something. We didn't want people to feel like they were just giving something and they wouldn't get anything in return. So if you make like any kind of donation, $10 or more, you would definitely get one of our books, a T-shirt or a bag, whatever be your choice, a free ebook, whatever. It would, you would get something in return.
Okay.
It wouldn't just be that. So I just wanted to let people know that too. I think we covered everything as far as the update on what's going on, the new books we have, what the company, the mission statement for the company, and what's going on with you. How you feeling though? Other than that, how your spirits, how everything going on
feeling
with
good,
you?
man. I got some great people in my life, man. Influential people. My family is behind me 100%. Those that matter. I got a lot of brothers who've been in this struggle that's riding with me, that, fought for their freedom. They've been released from bondage. That's special to me. I can call them anytime I want. Lorenzo Johnson, Roderick Johnson.
Yeah, salute to them.
I'm having great conversations with Jason Flom. He supports me 100%. He wants me free. He's introduced me to attorneys that have great, brilliant ideas for my case and my freedom. I'm doing good. I'm actually doing good mentally, physically, emotionally. I'm getting ready for this fast. I'm going to fast this year. My spiritual fast.
Okay.
I was on the phone with Hassan Campbell last night. He wants to do some things coming up in the days and weeks.
That's dope.
I'm grinding, man. I'm a hustler, man.
This is a call from
Pennsylvania State Correctional Institution, Somerset.
This call is subject to recording and monitoring.
I'm grinding, man. The soundtrack of my life, it feel like right now, this God did, man. I gotta hear that every day. I gotta hear the whole voice every day on that God did verse. I gotta hear that every day, man.
Yeah, it was a dope joint.
Yeah,
that definitely was a dope verse.
Of course, I'm listening to Griselda. And I'm good, man. Getting my workout, son.
You never falling off on that, huh?
Nah, man. The burpees keep me fit. Pull up ball. So I wanna be in shape when I get out of here, man. I got a lot of work to do, man. I did the event in York, Pennsylvania last year. Me, Brianna, Casper Hill,
right.
B, and his wife Marty. We want to try to do something like that again this summer. God willing, man. I'm not still in prison, but if I am, my arms is that long that we able to get things like that done.
I'm glad that you somebody that never stagnated like that and let, you know, give into that depression that comes over people when they get in your situation, or that, you know, nonchalantness of it, or just accepting it.
I may get down sometime. My energy might be low, but I've never been depressed. I don't believe in stressing, and I say that wholeheartedly because I tried it.
Right.
It's not a conscious decision you make. It's something you feel. And long ago, many years ago, I've been in those modes, and they don't work. You can't get nothing done when you stressing and you depressed. Like, you know, you add to whatever you're going through. So I try to always stay busy creating content, staying in tune with those that matter. And so I don't go through that much. I'm living my life, you know, as if I'm free, man. I got a free mind.
For sure. Well, I mean, I think like I said, I think we covered everything. And, you know, anybody looking for any of the information that we talked about, wherever we post this, it's always going to be linked in below it, the bio.